Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Overall MTB, your host Steve's Diesel. This episode, we're going to be talking about some of the beginner tips about mountain biking. Since I'm a beginner, I'm going to give you a few of the tips that I use before I'm about to go mountain biking. So without further ado, let's get into it. Off from number 10, and number 10 is make sure you have fun. Mountain biking is supposed to be fun, relaxed, and enjoyable. If you're not having fun, then stop doing it. Number 9, make sure that you're wearing correct clothing for mountain biking. You know, shorts, breathable shirts, padded underwear, for, your butt sitting on the seat. Anything that won't get caught in the chains, stuff that's comfortable, not really form-fitting or tight, something that's breathable. These are the best things, especially if you mountain bike in Florida, because it's very hot outside. And if you're wearing like long sleeves that aren't breathable and you're wearing long pants, you're gonna end up overheating a lot quicker than most other riders. Make sure you know how to use your brakes. Make sure that you're comfortable with slowing down. Make sure that you know how to use your brakes properly, because if you don't and you get into a situation out on the trail and you need to use your brakes and you haven't figured out how to use your brakes, you're going to be in a rough, rude awakening. Number 6 on the list is make sure that you're shifting your weight. So not a lot of people talk about this, but when you're climbing or you're going up hills, you want to lean forward. You want to lean into the hill. If you're going downhill, you want to lean backward so that you're leaning into the hill. I'm not talking about doing a wheelie. I'm just saying shift your momentum backwards. Same thing when you're going into cornering or turns. Make sure you're leaning into the turn as your bike's turning the opposite way. I know it doesn't make sense. Number 5, make sure you're looking ahead. It's always good practice to make sure that you're staring at the obstacles in front of you and what's in front of you instead of down at the ground. Because generally speaking, where you put your eyesight is where you're going to go. So if you're staring at the ground, you're going to eventually hit the ground. If you're staring ahead, you'll be able to avoid all kinds of obstructions in the trails, or you'll be able to pick a better line. Or if you're coming up on another group of riders, you'll be able to either slow down or make your presence known and go around them, or whatever the case may be. This is tip/rule number 4. Make sure you use your arms and legs. Like I said in number 10, is that this is supposed to be fun and relaxing. So you want to make sure that your body position is relaxed. You want to make sure that your arms are bent or your elbows are bent and that your knees are bent, and you want to be able to absorb the trail. So you want to be able to absorb, like going over bumps like rocks, roots, different things like that. Just because you have a full suspension mountain bike or suspension in the front or, no suspension at all, a big part of that is your body. So you can actually create a double suspension if you know how to use your body properly and you keep it relaxed. Number 3's trick tip is make sure you start slow. Don't go straight to the black diamonds. Don't go straight to the downhills. Don't go straight to the jumps. Take it slow. Ride a few greens, ride, the turtle track, or, just like get a lay of the land, maybe, ride some of the pre-ride free rides, some of the drop stuff. There's a lot of different places within these trail sets that you can go to that are kind of like precursors to the trails that you're going to go on. But it's always a good opportunity and a good thing to do is ride greens every time you ride. Don't go straight to the hardest trail before warming up. Number 2, make sure you check your bike every time you ride, every time you get to the trail, before you get on the trail. Make sure you check your bike out. Make sure that your brakes work. Make sure that, everything that you have is tightened. Make sure that your seat's tight. Make sure that your, headset's tight. Make sure that your tires are inflated to the correct pressure that you want to ride on. Make sure that you don't have any gouges in the tires. Make sure to lube your chain, make sure to lube your suspension. Just take care of your bike, because that's the thing that's going to take care of you out there. So it's always a good thing to make sure that you check your bike out every single time you ride. Last but not least, number 1 on the list, the most important one. This is always wear a helmet. No matter how good you are, no matter what you got going on, you should always wear a helmet. Not only is most trails require you to wear a helmet, but wearing a helmet, make sure that you're gonna be safe. You never know what's gonna happen out on the trails. Even though you ride the same trail over and over and over again, and you don't go there for a week and then you come back and you ride the same trail, the people that upkeep the trails and rebuild all the trail systems, they change them from time to time. So just because you feel comfortable with the trail, you should never take your helmet off. You should always wear a helmet. So if that is one tip that you take from this video, make sure that you're always wearing your helmet. All right, thanks guys for checking out this video about the 10 tips that I think that every new mountain biker should know. These are pretty basic. You can dive pretty deep into them. If you have any questions about each one of these, you can comment below. Also, check out the next video, which will be episode 6. And I thank you guys for checking out the channel. Thank you.